Rotterdam has got every opportunity to be a highly successful and relevant city in Europe going forward. In the 5 times I've had the privilege of visiting Rotterdam, I've observed enormous change. And it's happened at 2 levels. Physically, it's going ahead extraordinarily well. The port has been transformed. The city is continuing to develop, particularly in the hardware. But the second change I've noticed is an increasing comfort of Rotterdammers in terms of who they are. When I arrived, it was extremely unsettled. The old part of Rotterdam not sure of the new part of Rotterdam. And as complicated and interesting as that is, I sense now an edge of we are who we are. And these are great feet to stand in, and we must make the best of it. A very cosmopolitan, international city that's really going to find its own way, right on the edge of Europe, looking out, looking inward. It's a great strategic position. In New Zealand, we spent probably 100 years saying, if you're not the same, you shouldn't be here. And we suddenly woke up about 25 years ago and realised that actually we were creating a problem, not solving a problem. And we then took a completely different strategy and said, let's try and understand our identity. And in that, there are many threads and many strengths of my history, your history, our Maori history, our Pacific Island history, our recent New Zealanders who've come from many corners of the world, and create that new face of the new New Zealand. It's a very much more confident space than it was. It's not aggrieved and angry, although there still are challenges. It's, again, a much more positive space, and our young people feel they know who they are, and they feel they've got a stake in a country that's going to deliver something for them. What I see happening in Rotterdam is a similar sort of thing. The other thing that struck me is you've got some young people who are saying that they want to be part of shaping the city they'll live in 30 years' time. And that's also unusual. It's unusual that you've got a city that asks young people whether they want to participate. And one of the great things that your Economic Development Board and your International Advisory Board has done is encouraged your city to consider young people. Now, we don't need to say a thing. You've got the mayor that wants the young people to be involved. You've got young people who are lining up to be involved, and they will shape the future of this city, simply because they're stakeholders now, being listened to, and they are the thought leaders. Again, not every city is doing that. The older people are often lamenting that the young people are not like them. Here in Rotterdam, you're saying it's your job to help us shape the future, and that's a very, very positive space to be in as well. So, to be successful, if you're managing any program, you must ask yourself, are you looking at who your competitors are? Are you looking at where the opportunities are? And are you on a daily basis keeping your organisation relevant, which probably means change? So we mustn't be afraid of change. Change is simply the reality. Any line manager or any leader of an organisation in the city must listen to their mayor, because the mayor is your leader for 6 years. The aldermen, whoever they are, from whatever political party they are, they must listen to the people and create an agenda that's going to take Rotterdam forward. It's easy to say what you're against. And, I've watched many political people come and go who have been against a lot of stuff. Watch for the people who are for things, because they are the people who shape the future, not those who are against stuff. Of the people who've got a vision and are able to really both have the vision and carry people forward and shape Rotterdam's future, the people in the public sector who are managing those dreams and delivering the programs that will bring those dreams to life, listen to what the elected officials are saying and make sure those dreams come true. Because politics is the art not only of stating the possible, it's then delivering on it. So those managers have a very important role in seeing that the voters are not disappointed. So yes, the politicians have to have crisp ideas that are for something, that will build Rotterdam into what is possible. But the line manager's job is to bring those dreams to life. And if they are roadblocks, they should get out of it or be moved out of it. Because frankly, modern cities need people who will help them stay relevant and keep up. There are lots of competitors around the world where talent and capital can go to. And if Rotterdam's going to get its share, it has to keep up. So the line manager and the politician have got to be parties to the same project, not protagonists. And the cities that are being enormously successful have created that sense of team and willingness of they're on the same bus, they're wearing the same jersey, they've got the same mission. Look, great plans are fine, but often great plans sit on shelves. Great cities or great economies not only had great plans, they had great people who were completely and utterly committed to strategic leadership. In other words, they had a strategy, but through their leadership they brought that strategy to life. And the challenge now for advisory boards and economic development boards and youth boards and the alderman and the mayor is not only to make the plans, but then collectively agree that they're going to create a sense of momentum and energy and enthusiasm and speed to make these things happen. And if that set of plans and the strategy is agreed, everyone must get on board. The bureaucrats can't be the handbrake in the system. You know, for a city to really keep up worldwide today, you do need great plans and then great energy and commitment to get that sense of momentum. Of course, people often say, well, it's the mayor's job. Actually, it's everybody's job. Leadership is not required only of those at the top, so to speak. If each of us leads a little, unlimited achievement will be the result. So for Rotterdam, this has got to come from the top down and the bottom up. If you want the city to be the most vibrant city in the Netherlands in the future, the most relevant, cosmopolitan, progressive city, which it can be, that has to happen. It's not somebody else's job, it's my job. What can I do each day to make sure this is feeling different? And if you can create that sense of team or inclusion and culture of success through not only good plans, but then the momentum and the leadership from everyone, wow, you know, watch this space. There's no limit to what Rotterdam can do if they can pull this off.